Hollywood's golden age is known for its glamour, but behind the glitz and glamour, some of its most beloved stars harbored dark secrets. In this video, we'll reveal the shocking stories of golden age actors who were involved in criminal activities, from high-profile scandals to crimes that rocked Hollywood. These stars may have graced the silver screen, but off-screen, their lives were far more controversial. Errol Flynn, known for his iconic swashbuckling roles in films like Cap and Blood and The Adventures of Robin Hood, was one of Hollywood's most charming and adventurous stars during the 1930s and 1940s. His on-screen persona as a daring, romantic hero made him a beloved figure, particularly in action and adventure films. However, Flynn's career took a significant hit in 1942, when he was involved in a highly publicized statutory rape trial. Flynn was accused of raping 2 underage girls, and the case became a media sensation. Despite being acquitted of all charges, the scandal tarnished his public image and reputation. The trial dominated headlines, and Flynn's once squeaky clean, matinee idol persona was forever tainted by the allegations. Though he was cleared of the charges, the scandal followed Flynn throughout his life, contributing to his later struggles in Hollywood. The phrase "in like Flynn" was coined during this period, referring to his reputed ease with women, but it also became associated with the scandal, as the public saw Flynn's legal victory as part of his debonair playboy image. The scandal and its aftermath had a lasting impact on Flynn's career. Though he continued to act, his later films did not achieve the same level of success as his earlier works, and his reputation was permanently marked by the trial. Flynn's life, full of adventure both on screen and off, remains a reminder of how personal scandals can alter the trajectory of even the most prominent Hollywood careers. Fatty Arbuckle, one of the most successful and beloved silent film comedians, saw his career irreparably damaged by a scandal in 1921. Known for his physical comedy and slapstick humor, Arbuckle was a major star during the silent era, working with top directors like D. W. Griffith and performing alongside stars like Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin. His comedic brilliance made him one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors. However, Arbuckle's career was destroyed after the death of actress Virginia Raft at a party he hosted. Raft fell ill and died days later, and Arbuckle was accused of causing her death through sexual assault and physical violence. The media frenzy that followed painted him as a villain, and the trial that ensued became one of the most sensational in Hollywood history. Despite being acquitted of manslaughter after 2 hung juries and a final acquittal in 1922, Arbuckle's reputation was permanently tarnished. The scandal, fueled by the press, left a lasting stain on his career, and public opinion never fully cleared his name. Hollywood, under increasing pressure from moral and religious groups, turned its back on him, and Arbuckle found it difficult to secure acting roles. Though he attempted to rebuild his career in smaller roles and directing under the pseudonym William Goodrich, Arbuckle's star never regained its former shine. The scandal marked a tragic turning point in his life, and his career was ultimately destroyed by a trial, regardless of his acquittal. Charlie Chaplin, the legendary silent film star and director, faced several legal controversies that tarnished his public image, particularly in the 1940s. Although these legal issues did not lead to criminal convictions, they had a lasting impact on his reputation and career. One of the most significant controversies was Chaplin's accusation of violating the Mann Act in 1944. The Mann Act made it illegal to transport women across state lines for immoral purposes, and Chaplin was accused of having a relationship with a young woman, Joan Barry, who was involved in a paternity suit against him. The suit, which claimed Chaplin was the father of Barry's child, was highly publicized and added to the scandal. Although Chaplin was not convicted of violating the Mann Act, the case became a media circus and damaged his image as a wholesome, beloved entertainer. Another major legal battle occurred when Chaplin was involved in a paternity suit filed by Barry in 1943, accusing him of fathering her child. Though the court ultimately ruled in Chaplin's favor regarding paternity, the court ordered him to pay child support, which further fueled the scandal. These legal troubles, combined with his left-wing political views and his growing unpopularity during the McCarthy era, led to Chaplin's virtual exile from the United States. In 1952, while Chaplin was traveling to London for the premiere of Limelight. The U.S. government revoked his re-entry permit, effectively barring him from returning to America. Though Chaplin's artistic legacy remained secure, these controversies significantly marred his personal reputation during the latter part of his life. Robert Mitchum, known for his tough guy roles in films like Out of the Past and The Night of the Hunter, faced a significant scandal in 1948 that could have derailed his career. Mitchum was arrested for marijuana possession after a police raid on his home, and the arrest quickly became a media sensation. At the time, marijuana was heavily stigmatized, and the arrest cast a shadow over Mitchum's public image as a Hollywood leading man. Mitchum was sentenced to 60 days in prison for the charge, but served only 50 days. His arrest was widely covered by the press, and many saw it as a scandalous incident, especially given his bad boy image in Hollywood. Despite the negative publicity, Mitchum's career did not suffer long-term damage. In fact, his reputation as a rebellious, anti-establishment figure in Hollywood only seemed to add to his appeal. Mitchum continued to work steadily in film and television, often playing hard-edged characters that matched his real-life persona. The arrest became something of a forgotten chapter as his career flourished, and he remained a respected actor until his death in 1997. The marijuana possession scandal, while shocking at the time, ultimately did little to derail Mitchum's career, and he continued to be regarded as one of Hollywood's most iconic actors. Spencer Tracy, one of Hollywood's most respected and talented actors, had a reputation for being difficult and temperamental off-screen, particularly due to his struggles with alcoholism. While not directly involved in any major criminal incidents, Tracy's numerous run-ins with the law, primarily related to public intoxication and bar brawls, were well known in Hollywood circles. These incidents, which often involved Tracy getting into altercations while intoxicated, were covered up by studio executives who were keen to protect his image as a leading man. Despite his personal struggles, Tracy's career remained relatively unaffected, largely due to the intervention of Hollywood studios, who managed to keep his off-screen behavior out of the public eye. His studio, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, went to great lengths to shield him from the media, maintaining his status as a respected star. His acting prowess, combined with his immense popularity, allowed him to continue landing prominent roles, such as in Boys Town and Judgment at Nuremberg. Tracy's personal life, including his tumultuous relationship with actress Katharine Hepburn, was often overshadowed by his professional achievements. However, his issues with alcohol and his occasional run-ins with the law did contribute to the complexity of his public persona, revealing a darker side to the seemingly perfect Hollywood star. Nonetheless, his acting legacy remains intact, and his personal challenges did not prevent him from becoming one of the most celebrated actors of his generation. Lana Turner, one of Hollywood's most glamorous and iconic actresses, became embroiled in a sensational scandal in 1958 that shook both her personal life and the Hollywood community. The scandal centered around the tragic death of her abusive boyfriend, mobster Johnny Stompanato, who was stabbed and killed by Turner's 14-year-old daughter, Cheryl Crane. Stompanato had a violent history and was known for his abusive behavior toward Turner, and the situation escalated when Crane intervened during a heated confrontation between her mother and Stompanato. The teenage Crane, fearing for her mother's safety, stabbed Stompanato in what was later deemed an act of self-defense. The incident was highly publicized, with the press covering every detail of the murder and its aftermath. Crane was eventually acquitted of any wrongdoing, as the act was ruled to be a case of justifiable homicide. However, the scandal deeply affected Turner's image, tarnishing her reputation as a glamorous movie star. While her career was not significantly derailed in the long term, the murder of Stompanato became a defining moment in her personal life, overshadowing her on-screen achievements for a period. Turner later expressed her feelings of guilt and sorrow over the event, and the incident marked a turning point in her life, leading her to reassess her relationships and her image. Despite the scandal, Turner continued to act, though the media often returned to the story of the murder throughout her career. George Raft, known for his roles as a tough guy and gangster in films like Scarface and They Drive By Night, had a career that was inextricably linked to rumors of organized crime associations. Before becoming a Hollywood actor, Raft was rumored to have connections to the mob, and his past was often a subject of speculation. He was reportedly involved in illegal activities, including being associated with notorious figures in the underworld. Even after entering the film industry, Raft's ties to organized crime raised eyebrows in Hollywood. He maintained friendships with known mobsters, and there were persistent rumors that he had received protection or even advice from criminal figures during the early years of his career. Raft himself was often rumored to have had personal dealings with gangsters, including infamous figures like Bugsy Siegel and Meyer Lansky. These associations added to his tough guy persona in films, but also contributed to a sense of unease among some Hollywood studio executives, who were concerned about his ties to organized crime. Despite this, Raft's career flourished, and he became a popular leading man in gangster films during the 1930s and 1940s. While his connections to the mob were never definitively proven, they were widely known in Hollywood circles and contributed to his mysterious, rebellious image. Raft's gangster roles, combined with his real-life connections, cemented his place as one of the most intriguing and enigmatic figures in Hollywood during his time. Gig Young, an Oscar-winning actor, best known for his role in They Shoot Horses, Don't They?, had a tumultuous personal life that culminated in a tragic and shocking end. Throughout his career, Young's personal struggles with alcoholism, erratic behavior, and unstable relationships were widely noted, though they never fully derailed his acting career during the golden age of Hollywood. Young won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his portrayal of a charming but troubled MC in They Shoot Horses, Don't They?, marking a high point in his career. However, his off-screen life was increasingly marred by instability. He was married 5 times, and his relationships were often tumultuous. His alcoholism and volatile nature contributed to a reputation for being difficult to work with, though he continued to land roles in films and television. In 1978, after his career had begun to fade, Young's life ended in a shocking murder-suicide. He killed his 5th wife, Kimberly, before taking his own life. The tragedy sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and overshadowed his previously successful career. Despite the personal struggles he faced, including public battles with addiction and mental health issues, Young was still regarded as a talented actor, with his murder-suicide marking a tragic and final chapter in his life.